So my daughter's bedtime routine is 42 steps long and takes about a half an hour, and it's entirely my wife's fault. Now it starts off completely normally, right? She brushes her teeth, she uses the bathroom, she puts on pajamas, then it's time to get in her room. Well, one time about 3.5 years ago, my wife decided that she needed to check for monsters before she put Viola to bed. So now that's a thing we have to do every single time. But instead of just like regular checking for monsters, we have to literally go through the room and clear it like we're Navy SEALs. Viola helps too, but she just jumps staring at the wall saying clear. Then there's the goodnight song. Brandy made it up one time, so now it's part of the routine. Then Viola randomly decided one time that we needed to count to 10 before we sung the goodnight song, so now that's a thing we do too. Sometimes she sings it faster than us and then says, I win, and then we have to redo the entire thing because we have to do it for real this time. It's time to read a book, right? Except now sometimes we read 2 books. And then also sometimes Viola decides that she wants to tell us a story, so she makes up a story in her mind. Because one time I read a story on my mind instead of reading an actual book, and so she tells a 10-minute long story that is usually nonsense. And after the books, we used to have a part of the routine where we'd pick her up and throw her into bed, right? And after doing that, it added with her wanting to throw us into bed too, except her throwing us into bed was usually running across the room and then tackling us, which we obviously dramatically flew onto the bed behind us. That's not a part of the routine anymore, because I've actually been injured quite a few times from that one. Then came the knock-knock jokes. Don't know why, but randomly Viola decided that she was obsessed with knock-knock jokes, so Brandy indulged her on the knock-knock jokes. We have to tell 2 knock-knock jokes every night. She has to tell us a knock-knock joke, and then we have to tell her a knock-knock joke. Except any knock-knock joke that we tell her that she doesn't like, we have to do a different one. And her knock-knock jokes obviously make no sense because she doesn't understand knock-knock jokes at all. But obviously we laugh like it was the most hilarious thing we've ever heard because we're good parents. And after knock-knock jokes, we have to sing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Why? Because Brandy did it one time. I was not informed of this added step, so I got in a lot of trouble because I didn't remember that I was supposed to sing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star when it wasn't a part of the routine 2 nights ago. After Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, we have to give her medicine. Now her medicine, because she's sick, is a vitamin. Because one time Brandy said, okay, I'll give you medicine, and then gave her a vitamin. Now this part's not bad. Vitamins are good for her, but she needs her medicine every night. After that, it's finally time to leave the room, except it's not. This step usually takes about 5 minutes because she has to tell us one more thing. Except one more thing is usually one more thing, one more thing, one more thing. I have to tell you something, one more thing, one more thing. And then we finally close the door. And then she has to tell us something again. Sometimes that part only goes on for like 1 minute, and sometimes that part goes on for about 2 hours. Anyway, you want to know what my son's bedtime routine is? Brush his teeth and put him in the bed, and then leave the room. What are we going to do with his bedtime, Brandy?
Make up a song.
Oh, God. Bedtime's going to take 4 hours every night.